race day for Team STV. We made our way down to Butler Speedway with the 410 wing cars. And let's go look at the track. Welcome to Butler Speedway. It doesn't look banked, but this place is super banked. I bet you from where I'm standing, that tire right there is every bit of 20 feet below me.
Is happening. We are back at the racetrack. We are wing racing in the Dub Zero tonight, and I am on the spanners. So first thing we do when we get to the track, put the wing on the car, and now I'm going over ride heights. So re-blocking the car, because ultimately when it's riding down the street to the track, it's like, you know, bouncing up and down. And so ultimately you redo the blocks. Got the rear of the car blocked. Now I'm about to do the front of the car. They stick to the frame. Boom. So the blocks, all they do is set a ride height, okay? And we had played with this at the shop, but that was a while ago. So I always turn the wrench sideways and kind of load it. That's blocked flat. No turns in, no turns out. You start with the one. I would have put a turn in that, or whatever weight I'm trying to go with. Oh, actually, no, that one is, I think we're flat off the blocks. Boom. Now, later on in the night, if you were trying to get forward drive out of it, you would just take your blocks and make them a 1/4 inch shorter, put them back in there, reblock the whole front of the car. That raises the nose like a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Oh yeah, she's all blocked. Ride heights look right. We need to work on some stagger, get these out of there. We're gonna work on some stagger, probably like 12.5 inches of stagger.
They had a driver's meeting going on, but they were all just standing around. So I went and got myself something to eat at the Snack Shack. It was a pretty good burger.
I should charge you for 2, but I'm not.
Now it's time to get dressed, and we're gonna hop in this thing, fire it up, and get some engine heat. 900 horse motor needs some engine heat first. Get it nice and warm before we go practice, is what I thought.
No practice on the track at all. It's just a different type of dirt here. We've been here before. I think the last time we were here, we ran 4. So, night number 1, we're gonna go shake this thing down.
All right, first laps on the track for anybody is 3 laps of qualifying, and we're rolling out onto the track now.
Everybody's format's different, and first laps on the track, first laps for anybody on the track was 3 laps of qualifying, and man, the thing just didn't rip that hard until the last straightaway, because it's hard to get engine temp in them when you don't practice. See how we ended up. I think there's 18 cars tonight. There's also Fremont, Ohio running, I believe, which it was looking like rain. We were hoping to go there, but it was looking like rain. And the high limit show is at Kokomo, which is 2 hours past this for Dawn. So 2 hours to here from Dawn's house, 4 or 5 to Kokomo. So first night, shake the thing down, see what we got. Oh my goodness, I only got 5 tear-offs. Time to put some tear-offs on.
And this is the fastest you will ever see anybody put 20 tear-offs on and clean their helmet. Yep. All right, we got 20 fresh new tear-offs and about to get hydrated and vitamined. This fuel has got creatine and it's really good for your brain on race day. I totally forgot that I have a full throttle pack which has all the stuff that I've been taking on race day in one little pack. And I forgot them in my truck. All right, yeah, let's go see what the boys are doing. Car was really good. We were blowing some smoke, but it's so tough when you go cold out. Shock travel is huge. That's one of the things I'm paying attention to tonight. I forgot this one didn't have a marker, so we put that on there to see how it goes. Right, they just blew the horn for the heat races. We're in the second heat race. We start outside front row, so we start second. And I think we pulled the right rear in a little bit. Track still looks amazing, about the same as it was, and we were pretty decent, so we're just gonna keep the car the same. I moved the right rear in a ½ inch, I think, and I did like 2 clicks of rebound on the right rear, so it'll have a little bit more rebound. We'll see how it goes. Fresh grind on the tire, and I better stop talking and get in the car. This first start, they call Dan for jumping, and it wasn't a horrible start. Ultimately, he just kind of ripped off sooner than I did. So this next start, I don't want to let him jump me, so I kind of try to lead him on. But that all-star tire was the start point, and they called me for jumping the start. So now we go back a row, both of us. I need a little bit more drive, and I reach up here on the wing and slide the wing back a little bit. But you can see Van Gurley's behind me, and he's getting closer, and he's working the bottom. I get really lucky here because Van gets by me on the bottom, and somebody spun out off of 4, so we're going to get our spot back. But now I know I probably need to go to the bottom. My other camera on the start gets pounded by a rock here. That was a brand new waterproof case for this race because I knew it was going to be kind of hard on cameras. It's been known to do that. But it's a pretty cool shot there, isn't it? I need more forward drive, so I'm trying to get the wing back here, but it doesn't work like Brett's does in Australia. I have to turn the wheel before it actually works. Now I got the wing back. This thing's gonna be stuck. It's go time. He gets me, but he hits a hole into 3 here, and I see that, and so I clear him. Nice little wheelie there from our 50 series one-way heads. This thing is a ripper, and I am so pumped about wing racing with Don this year. I overdrive it in there a little bit, and it's so easy on this place to just enter too fast, and so I start pedaling it a little bit better and, you know, really keeping the tires underneath me. This thing will turn 9,000 RPM if I let it, but there's no need to do that down the straightaway. It's not really making any speed. That was the heat race. We run second. Look at that sunset. Oh yeah. It's not as pretty on camera as it is in person. Well, we're getting down on the right front. Oh yeah, burying that thing. Just got done with the heat race, and man, I got jumped on the first start, and so then the second start, that's my buddy Dan McCarran. He actually is MSP Mounts. He makes my camera mounts for me, and he's got a ripper for a motor, and so I didn't want to let him jump me on that second start, and they ended up putting us both back a row. And with that being said, I'm just glad we got back to second. That was really nice. Man, this place is so dirty, slick. It's an interesting track because it's like a decomposed granite, so it's kind of sandy, and it's hard to get a hold of. But man, I felt really good about that. You know, I got the wing back, and once I got the wing back, it was laid left, and it was digging pretty good. So now we're gonna put our heads together, I should have said, and come up with something to do. I believe we're working on moving the wing back. So this is a DRC, and on this DRC there's two mounts there, and there's two mounts there. We had this in the front one, so it's slick track set up now, so we're throwing the book at it. Some of the things, anyways. Watch racing at the races. Reitzel leading it, and it's actually Hank Davis.
No, that's, oh yeah.
Hey Don, we need to get a TV. We need Starlink, we need a TV so I can watch High Limits in your trailer. Don, please, thank you. All right, so this is the first time we've had a 95 left for chalk mark on it, but this place isn't like normal dirt. It's a very sandy, like decomposed granite, and so taking all the stagger out, we raised the nose, we moved the wing, we put a 7-off on, and we're working on my buddy Nathan Bieber. Old Nate Bieber showed up to help us out, and really appreciate him coming. He's a local down here, and he knows Butler way better than I do. All right, we made it onto the track. It is feature time. I start fourth, second row outside. So, you know, we just got to stay up front. And
thanks for coming up, man.
Appreciate it.
We're trying to build the program, man. This is our 5th year. We're doing all we can, getting better every year.
Well, that's good. The track looks really nice. And,
good. Hopefully it'll come to you. I'd like to see you over there.
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very cool. It's always neat when the track thanks you for coming, because they don't always do that, you know, and it's nice to feel appreciated. With fuel as much as it is now, you know, it's hard to get people in the stands, and it's hard to get, you know, local small teams to go to the racetrack right now. Fuel is $6 a gallon here. That's $3 more than it typically is. So tough times right now with the fuel as much as it is. Got my big 17-inch steering wheel tonight, and I really am liking it. It is main event time, and we always salute the fans with the 4 wide salute. It's always a beautiful sight to see the sprint cars 4 wide. All right, we start 4th. It's go time. This is the second case and lens that has been broken, and this camera got pretty much destroyed. I put the other camera pointed at me because I knew it was going to be hard on cameras, and I could only afford to destroy one a night. The car was so good. We hit the setup, and this thing was driving itself. You know, I'm not sawing at the wheel, and I actually, once I started getting the wing back, I started catching the leader again, and we went about 15 laps before the thing just kind of started losing drive on me. And luckily I have this camera in there because our left rear tire starts coming apart. I'm going to go ahead and skip forward to some of that footage. When I get my left hand down, you can see that the inside and outside row of the tire are coming off. There was a chunk of rubber coming at me right there. And this thing's about to come apart. You can see Dan, he's getting closer. He's working me. What a cool shot. And there it goes. The tire comes apart. And I about spin it out there. You can see my left hand, it's way over by the camera. Trying to move the wing back, get me some more drive. I honestly just kind of thought I had a tire going down because once it lost the tread, it started laying left more because the tire became so much softer. And then I lost drive. I could tell the right rear was just overdriving the left rear a ton. All right, we just got done, and this is my new friend, Austin. What'd you think of that?
T-Mez did really good.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. We were so good until, let me show you what happened. The whole time I'm out there, I thought I was losing air pressure in the left rear tire. And we didn't lose pressure, we lost the tread. So this was a Hoosier 95 tire, and it was brand new tonight, but man, they stopped making those tires a few years ago. So it was maybe just the wrong choice in tires, but we needed to get the right stagger, and you can see this thing is just like peeling up. And yeah, sometimes you're lucky and sometimes you're not. And of course, I'm lucky to have you guys watching. If you don't mind, please go like and subscribe. And yeah, back to racing. Yep, no big trailer here. Yep, but you cleaning this trailer up did help. Because I feel like you're happier. Oh, great job tonight, guys. That was fun.